Good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. We're out here in Brooklyn today washing another big, beautiful house. You can see we got this nice vinyl sided house with a lot of dormers and angles. And again, we're in a neighborhood, beautiful neighborhood of very similar homes. And we've got another one to do in this neighborhood once we finish this one. So we're gonna be downstreaming today. And I've already made my mix and got my rig all set to go in here. I got 15 gallons of a 0.9% mix that I've made. So, you know, I built my ratio in here roughly 3 to 1, and that put me at about 0.9 9%. And then my injector is pulling 10% of that at the gun. So if I mix a 9% batch, I'm getting 0.9 at the tip. So hair less than 1%, and that's good for what I'm doing. Nice full tank of gas today so I don't run out mid-job. Buffer tank's all full and we're ready to go. So Dave is here with me again today. We've already pulled hose to our farthest point and we're gonna be washing this house counterclockwise today. This house is pretty dirty in a few spots. You got some pretty good filth in the corners, a lot of green. And then there's my trick shot back here. Getting up in there, make sure I get enough volume. I'm probably gonna stand on a short ladder right here on the corner, just so I can make sure that I'm getting enough volume in there. And then this is the north end, so it's always nice and dirty. You can see we got some pretty heavy growth in here. All right, and then I'll show you some video of the back of the house. Again, filthy tank, we're gonna clean that. I'll show you some video in the back when we get that back there. The gutters in the back are black. So again, this 0.9 is gonna be the key today. Morning, Dave.
Morning. You're gonna do a good job.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna jump right in. All right, so this is the nasty end all done. And we're doing our rinse on it. I got the blue soaker tip on. Puts up a nice volume of water. We did pull the drop stick this time, so I'm not pulling soap. So I can use the higher volume rinse. I like to rinse with the X-Jet, but I think this is gonna be faster just because I'm putting up more of a bucket of water than I am pressure. I do keep the X-Jet in my pocket though, because I'm sure I'm going to still use it to apply a little pressure here and there to a gutter. We got Big Dave doing some rinsing with the blue Walmart soaper tip. I do like that as a rinse tool. It puts up a pretty good volume of water. Feel like I'm probably getting, you know, close to the 4 gallons per minute out of that. So nice bucket to rinse with for us. Dave's doing the cascade rinse, making sure we have those windows nice and clean. And that's the nasty side done, and the front after shot on the nasty end came perfectly clean. Right in here is where all that heavy green was, right in this area, because it runs off there and sits there nice and dark. And then our propane tank came back brand new, which you guys all know I love to do that. So right up there, no problems. And then this trick shot over here was again no problem. Could probably get it from the ground, but I like to stand on a ladder, make sure I'm getting what I need up in there. So that came out nice too. All right, we're cranking along. I'm on the third side, hitting it with soap. Again with the Walmart blue tip nozzle. I like the volume it puts up. You create this cascade with the soap, right? And it pushes it up under the lips. And you get a nice volume on the house. And always doing sections so you don't lose track of where you've been. You wind up not soaping something. Try to use the same method every time.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe. Joe's getting that peak with that special rod there, I'll tell you. It gets right up there. That's got to be 50 feet high, that's shooting. Very good. You're getting the soap on there. Soap's eating it right off. Coming right off. I can see it coming off. Very good job, Joe. All right, we'll be back.
Here's the back side of this house. I'm already done. I did this whole side up into that peak all around. Didn't wind up using the ladder at all. Brought it back here though in case I wanted to try to get a little more volume in there. And that's nice. Now about to soap this whole side and sweep that deck a little bit. It's a pretty big house. This is the last side, so we're nearly done. We've been here a little over an hour already, so figure another half an hour on this side. I'm gonna do a real nice job. Client's concern here was the gutters. And I don't know how well you can see, but that's pretty black. And we're gonna make that nice and bright. And the way I do that is putting soap up there pretty heavy with my 1% house wash mix, or 0.9. And I'm gonna let it dwell, probably hit it twice, it'll come back real good. And then I'm gonna X-jet with the needle on the ridge. And that's how I get all the organics off of there from either that deck. I probably will go up on that deck there to shoot that so I can get it pretty intensely. But that's what I use the X-jet for mostly, is ripping the gutters nice and white, and then I'll switch back over to my soap tip for the rest of the rinse. I got Big Dave up on the deck doing the final rinse. I don't know if you can tell from those pictures, but that gutter came back beautiful. That thing looks like a new gutter. Client was thinking he might have to replace them, and I think he's gonna be very happy when he sees that. Like I said, I got Dave up on top here doing the final rinse. Another beautiful property out in Brooklyn, Connecticut. Shaping up to be an 80-degree day for us here today. So it's a good day to wash. Okay, that project's done. We're wrapped up and we're heading to the next one. We got here at 8 o'clock and it is 8:35, so hour and a half. Nice long talk with the client. It's gonna refer us some more people in the neighborhood. We used about 7 gallons of house wash to do that. I'm hoping to use about that same on the next house. I might have to add a little bit more. The next house is a little more complicated, but we're heading off to that now. So running out to job number 2, sign in the yard. Okay, we're all set up on job number 2. We got the hoses all pulled, and we're getting started. This is another beautiful home in the same neighborhood as the house we just washed. And we're doing a couple different things for this guy. He's getting his house listed for sale. So as you pull up this long driveway to his house, all you can see are these roofs. So that one's got a bunch of junk on it, and so does this one that runs like a porch around. So we're gonna get rid of those dark stains there with a little roof wash. So I've got my 12-volt pump already pulled over here, and I'm shooting about 4.5, 5%. Like I say, I'm gonna treat this roof, the little hip, this roof, and that one. There's a bunch of moss up in there. So I'm probably gonna put my ladder up and apply a little bit of X-jet pressure to bring that large stuff down. This is one of those cases where we don't have time to wait around for the weather to take it down. So you can see there's quite a bit of green in there. So I've already also pre-treated all this concrete because we're washing this front walkway too. Again, house is gonna be for sale in a few days. And then I also put roof wash all over this deck, which was nasty. So we're gonna melt all that away, and I'm gonna let all of this hang out and dwell while I wash the house. I'm gonna start on this side and wash, and then I'm gonna go across the back, then the garage side, and I'm gonna end out here in the front. So about maybe 45 minutes from now, I'll be back out front here and start taking care of this stuff.
Now Joe's downstreaming soap into the peaks. There's really no problem there. He's getting right up there with that torch, hose. This house was very, very, very dirty, but it's coming out. It's going to look like new siding on it when we get done with it. I mean, there was a door there that was almost black. It's almost crud on it, you know. But this chemical he's got, this new stuff, is really working good. It does a very nice job to it, you know. This is going to be a very happy house when we get done. It's going to be a clean house. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll get back to you. Hold on. Okay, now we're doing the sidewalk here. Joe's got this special machine with really, really harsh chemicals. It's going to make the cement walk look like new. You wouldn't believe how dirty it is, but it's going to come out looking just like $1 million when it's done with this. Okay? See how that goes there? That's all water pressure. There's no brushes there and everything, or anything like that. It's just strictly water pressure. It's washing that deck right off. It kind of floats along like it's like a Zamboni. You know what a Zamboni is on the ice hockey there? It's just like the Zamboni. You're just going to take a little bit off there, all the dirt, crud, and everything, clean it right up nice. You'll swear it's a new walker. You'll swear that cement was just poured. Okay, we'll be back with more.
We just finished up on this beautiful home, all reeled up, ready to go. We had a couple mishaps along the way. We blew O-rings out of the pressure washer line where the gun attaches twice because Dave didn't quite have it connected. You know, little experience for him, and that's okay. So now he understands and he knows how to put the O-ring in. So there you go. This house came out beautiful. These whites are perfect. I did this walkway for the guy, which you saw me doing with the Surface Max. Came out fantastic. I pre-treated it with roof wash. When I was over here treating these roofs, I hit this concrete so I could hit with a pretty hot solution, and then dwelled for a good hour before I came back with the Surface Max and tore it off of there. We treated these roofs, and I went up there with my X-Jet and carefully went back and forth and brought the heavy moss down. This house is being listed for sale in a couple days, so there's no time to wait, and everybody understands. Same thing in there, and then up against that roof over there was a lot of moss. So this came out really good. Everyone's very happy, perfectly bright. And we're taking a lunch break, and then we'll go into our third project. We got another big house out in Woodstock that's wood siding with a wooden barn. So it's going to be a little more interesting, a lot of plantings. So catch up with you guys in a bit. Putting my last house washing sign out. I bought 100 of these from UZ Marketing in Texas earlier this year. And I haven't put one on every single house. So, but there's 100 gone. So we've done, I don't know, 178 or 9 house washes this year. So we are cruising. So now I gotta get more signs. Good problem. Okay, we're set up on project number 3. It's a wooden house with a 2-stall kind of barn garage. Beautiful home over here that terraces away. I'll show you what's going on. I got 15 gallons of fresh house wash made. I'm gonna be shooting just under 1% on this. Full tank of gas, and we're ready to go. I got Dave over here wetting the vegetation. This lady's got beautiful terrace yard with plantings everywhere. Some old school wood siding. There's a lot of mold on it. We're hoping that it comes off. Show you down here. And Dave's getting all these plants wet for me. Drops away. Couple pretty good shots. We get the depth to work with there. We're not messing with that screened in porch, so that's not bad. We're gonna do under here. We're gonna blow off this concrete. We're not washing it. We're just gonna sweep it off with the X-Jet. More intricacies to deal with. Okay, that's all new. This is all new, so not any big deal there. But this older siding, we want to try to clean that up a bit. Okay, it's all about setting expectations with the client. I've been out here to quote this job a couple of weeks ago and explain to her what to expect, that it's not going to be perfect. But when we leave, the organics will be dead. And then I'm not applying pressure, and then she's gonna come back in and have it stained. So I don't know if you guys can see the green. So we're hoping that's gonna go away. So we'll be back in a few minutes. We're shooting 1%, and we'll talk soon. Okay, so we're over here about to get started. I just put the drop stick in the soap bucket, and it takes about 15 seconds for me to get soap. I've counted. So I just kind of go back and forth on the foundation like this, counting in my head. I'm at like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and there I am. Plenty of soap, okay? And that's how we do it. When we're working sometimes to take videos, sometimes you just get carried away, but this house is done. Came out pretty clean. Not unhappy with it. A lot of issues with this house. A lot of stain coming off of it and mismatched stain. You can see over there a lot of mismatching. A lot of places where the stain is compromised. But this was the area that had all the green. and that's gone. A little high and low patchiness right now just because it's drying. You know, this area here is just dry and then wet. And the darkness is just where stain is missing. It's not mold. It's just places where the stain is not. There is none. There is no stain. So not too unhappy with it. Came out pretty good. Client's happy. We got rid of the majority of the lichen that was on this barn. It was kind of a pain. We had to be careful not to take the stain right off, try not to rip it apart. So again, that came pretty clean and the client's happy. So that's it, we're taking off. We're gonna wrap it up now for the day. That was 3 for me and Dave today. Pretty good job. It's about 75, 80 degrees, so we had a good time. And we're done. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing a bunch of concrete cleaning, and Sunday I'm doing a tennis court, so that'll be interesting. Like and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.